Howdy out there. This is Ed Doherty from Suncoast Technical College on my CNC Machinist Education Network YouTube. Excuse me. And on there, I call myself the CNC Dude. My login, CNC Dude 5X for 5 axis. And I'm back yesterday from Fort Smith, Arkansas. I had a great week out there, and it is a different hot than Florida. It's hot, but had a great time out there. And every time I go somewhere, I really enjoy just seeing different places. I think I would go anywhere to see things, places I never planned on seeing. And of course, the highlight is being with fellow instructors. That's really the nuts and bolts of this thing. And I tell you, it's almost like we had a couple of weeks to do this. So, because we start like getting I have very good friends there, and I like to try to spend time other than learning time, and we just never have enough time. But it's a really great get together. I really enjoy coming to it every year. I actually, honestly, I paid my own way this time because I'm going from full time to part time, so they wouldn't pay for me to go. But I really wanted to come. Paid my own way. I'm going part time, helping out the new instructor, and I have some other ventures in our area that I'd like to pursue. Anyway, I'm just going to do a review of and this is also benefit all the instructors in our peer group that attended and didn't attend, because we're being kind of managed by the Gene House Foundation now, which will allow actually more funding opportunities. And one of the ideas was to get more regional conferences out. I think the number was 20, something like myself. I've hosted 2 at my school. We call it the State of Florida conference, but and pretty much all those guys would attend the regional, but they can't all attend in that. So just like a tree, we're trying to spread it out the best we can. So in this case, I can also kind of address and have it all written down where when I'm on the stage fumbling around with written notes and stuff. But anyway, I'm just going to review it. We have 3 different peer groups. We have the university group, the 4-year university group. We have the high school group, and we have the post-secondary and 2-year peer group, 2-year college. I'm a 1-year technical school, so I kind of float actually between high school and post-secondary. But we have everybody's dual enrolled, so they got a total line as a post-secondary student. Okay, just to go over the peer group review and points that they brought up. A big one was a national campaign to promote CNC machining occupations. We would like to see an organized front in order to get ourselves out there on a big platform. We're doing good work on the sides, but the point of our industry is nobody even knows what we do. So we need to bring that all back. So some things were talked about. They went to a St. Louis Cardinals baseball game, and some of the unions had all these ads for their occupations, and we're just not represented. Things like that. So what about us? Well, we thought maybe that the Gene Haas Foundation or Haas or somebody could help drive this thing, and maybe with our guidance from HTEC. Okay, another one was a cloud storage group to share projects and PowerPoints. And that would also include breakout sessions and materials, which kind of links to maybe something like Microsoft Teams or something like that. I know there's some other. I know when I did CAM instructor training, there was some kind of different group that we would chat and share projects. That worked very well. So something like that. I like Facebook. I'm a Facebook guy. I have 2 Facebook accounts. One is teacher and one is me. So It's very good, but it's just limited to the Facebook users. So we think we need something that's accessible to everybody, and whether they choose to participate, but at least everybody's at access. Like myself, my schools have all these Microsoft OneDrive accounts. I've started to do more share links of projects, so I don't have to send huge files. I've done share links of videos. So another biggie was addressing student retention and completions. We are continuing to have a problem with non-completers, and this will be even 2-year schools that only get 1 year or less, or even 6 months. For us 1-year schools that can't get them to 1 year. But there was a lot of topics about solutions, and some people are just kind of like myself. I'm just kind of attacking it as it happens, but I think we need a formal way of addressing it. And that would be something we could share in Microsoft Team chats. That would be, because you can write them down, but if we had a formal like PDF file that we can all refer to and hand off to administration people. All right, another one is teaching advanced subjects. Example of the big thing the last couple of years has been multi-axis or 5-axis machining. Even before that, the concept of teaching CAD/CAM, is it too early or is it just right? But many other teachers that do it gave their thoughts on why we want to be teaching this, even though if they're going on the job, they probably not going to do that right away, but they're better prepared. And the other positives about teaching it. There was another one on artificial intelligence or AI and GPT chat in the future. Will G code program be done this way, or will students be using GPT chat to like do their homework or maybe test that way? So I don't really see a thing, but I imagine it's like me thinking about 3D printing 10 years ago, how I didn't really know a lot about it and how it's such a integral part of our manufacturing world. Okay, and then recruitment, the age-old problem. Uh, we went around the room. I actually went around in our peer group and I called in everybody in the room to talk about their challenges and maybe how they're trying to attack it. So we heard a lot of great stuff. This year's peer groups were, I thought, very, very engaging. Everybody's very engaging. We were able to get way beyond our normal talks. Another topic we could share in like a group Microsoft Team or Google Meet or however we want to decide to do this. Adding to peer groups. I had a couple instructors come up and ask about having a teacher or a group of teachers, like 2 or 3 teachers, just give not peer groups. I shouldn't say peer groups. I should say breakout groups. Or rename that. Have breakout sessions on specifically what they teach, their lesson plan, like beginning to end. I think for a lot of us, we kind of think of like what order do we teach in and how other people's ideas, and maybe give us some thoughts about that. So I'm going to have to rename that, add to breakouts. One idea would have 3 teachers speak together as a group. Try to, when we do the call for presentations, that we can ask that too. And we did also recruit council members. Our group now will have 5 members. Voting is now online, and we used to do it at the meeting. Now it's after the meeting. And the new thoughts on running the HTEC Council is to get everybody to vote, meaning not just the attendees. We want to get the whole community, the ones even unable to attend, to participate, which also means they want to have more regional stuff. So my job, I think I'm going to go back and I'm going to communicate with my regional teachers so they know what's going on, like this video, and getting them involved in the voting process, how that works, stuff like that. So that's pretty much my talk, but I have to say what a wonderful time I have. Just even just talking about not quite CNC projects, but they all related to living in life and having even trying to live your own life in our world and live in the big world. So, but now I'm going unscripted here. So, just such a great time. I can't say enough about the organization. And I actually related two other things that I do in my lifetime. I did marching drum and bugle corps as a kid, and that you can only do up to you're 21 years old, or now it's 22. And then later on, we organized an alumni group of the same people that did all that. So we used to do parades and shows and stuff like that. But it meant we had to get together, we had to practice, like going to school. We'd have to be organized. We did our shows or whatever, but we only saw each other at these events. That group of friends. Some people I didn't even know what they did for a real living. So, but that same concept of getting together, doing hard work, having a good time, and going back to your regular life. That and I do motorcycle racing, motorcycle drag racing, and the same thing. I competed at my local racetrack, and I go to national races, and the same typical. I only see these people at these events, have a great time, and also there's some serious stuff. But we like looking at mechanical things. There's actually a lot of CNC machining. We know a lot of people that make a lot of things. I ask them what kind of equipment they use and how do they do it. It's a great learning experience. I really like any kind of racing events, and probably would see like other kinds of things like road racing events and things like that. It's just fantastic. Or there's actually a group in Florida called the Florida Flywheelers, and they have all these old steam engines. But I haven't made it over there, but I want to go over there and see what they have. And actually, I think they have a big. This is like old time machine shop stuff, so they have a lot of like old stuff for sale, all machine shop related. So, anyway, I'm gonna sign off. But this is the Ed Darty, the CNC dude, saying had a great HTEC. Anybody out there that's never gone, you really should go. You can actually get professional development points. We're always like requested to do professional development, and I'd rather do this than like learn Excel stuff. So if I got to learn something, I might as well learn something I like. Yes, I get credit for it, which is great, and if I get my school to pay for it, even better. And it's just a great time. You don't even know you're doing any work. You come, they feed you all day. We're hanging out. We got to go to like the first night we have a little drinking and chatting session. Another night we have the big dinner and band playing and stuff like that. It's an awesome time. I can't say enough of it. So anyway, saluting and saying goodbye, and see you next year or see you locally. Talk to you later. Bye.